Okay, yeah. Welcome to the second session. We had the previous session, that was session 1. We are now going to look at, we are now into the second session. Now, last time when we met, we had a practical introduction to practical lessons, but we looked at basically the theory bit of it. And what we looked at there was basically the mouse, the keyboard. We looked at the keyboard, how to use the keyboard, all those buttons there, what the mouse is, how the mouse can be used, and then the rest. So today we are going to have hands-on practicals. But the last part was, how do you launch? So we launched. I remember we went through that, and we looked at those 3 methods of launching our app, based on which computer architecture, how which applications you have, the operating system you are running, which computer versions you have. So, like I said, in Microsoft Office, we have different versions from 95 up to currently 2021, the one that we have. So on the computer we are going to use has Microsoft Office 2016. For either you might be having Microsoft Office 2007, 13, like that. But the one I'm going to train you through is 2016. Now, when you look at this computer is running Windows 10. Now, Windows 10 does not have the same interface like Windows 7. Now, this one here, you find that when you click down here, you have to look for the apps until you get what you want exactly. Now, for me who mastered the shortcut, I just come and press Windows R and type the word WinWord, as you can see there on the screen. Then I press enter. So when you press enter, it opens the Windows Microsoft Word window. Now, why do I call it window? Because it has a feature, a minus, a maximize, and X. Wherever you see minus, maximize, and X, that is a window. Where you see a question mark and X, that's a dialog box. So this one displays for us a window, and when you look at this one, it is a small interface, and as you can see, it is showing us blank document. We have others, but for us, we are interested in blank document. So we shall double click on that. Onto that. Now, this is a small window, but we need to expand it. Now, this is what I'm doing, is just drawing. But when you look at the interface here up, we have the title bar, we have the menu bar, and it's on the title bar that you find the minus, the maximize, and then the X, plus other icons that you can find there, including quick access toolbars. Now, I want to deal with a wide screen, whereby I just click on maximize, and there we have a full screen. So, here we go. Now, up here on the title bar, it displays the name of the document, and currently you can see also it is showing document 7, and so on that line that I've talked about this here. Now we have the next bar, which we call menu bar, and so on the menu bar that we find file, home, insert, design, layout, up to this side here, as you can see my cursor. Now, with this application, when you click on home, it displays what we call ribbons. Ribbons are differentiated by their ribbon names. For example, this first section, which we are calling a ribbon, is clipboard. The second section, which is also ribbon, is called the font. And then we have paragraph, we have styles, and then editing lastly. But there are these arrows that you can see on the left bottom corner. When you click there, you see the full section of that part there. Like this is clipboard. When I come to font and I click here, it displays a font dialog box. Exactly this is what I was saying. A question mark and then X. This is what we call a dialog box. So when you click on that arrow down there, it displays more other options that can be covered there. For example, this is a paragraph. I just clicked on this arrow and you can see that here. So when you want to make changes or formattings at once, you just click here, then you make your selections here, and then you click OK. All those ones will change at once. Then you have styles also the same. When I click on this, it displays that. like that. So here I can close it. Now we have insert. When you click insert, you're able to see also what is under insert. We have design under there. We have layouts. When you click on layouts, we can see page setup, paragraph, arrange, reference. We have table of content, whereby table of content we shall also look at it in details. Where and when do we apply table of contents? For example, if you're writing a research or you are writing a report, you always need to look at to insert table of contents. So that the person who is going through your work just clicks on that and takes him to that particular part there. We have footnotes, endnotes, as we shall see that in details, research like that, and so on and so forth. When you click mails, is where we find create labels and envelopes. Then merging. What is merge? What is mail? We shall look at that in details. Back home. Now, when you look at home, home has almost everything that we need when it comes to a normal document. Now, we are going to look at all these formattings here. For example, cut, copy. What is cut? Cut means moving a document from a place to another. Then copy is duplicating a text, an object to another position. Then we have paste. Paste is used when you want the word that you have cut or copied to that particular position where you place the cursor. Then we have format painter. Format painter can duplicate that word, or if you wanted the color, you can duplicate the font color, font background of that particular word. Now we move to font. Now it is font where we find all this, but before we look at all that, we need to understand what a font is. A font is an individual character, which character can be just a letter. For example, on the keyboard, we have these words Q, W, E, R, T. So those letters, they are the ones we call font. Now, if you want to change the letter Q to capital letters, then we say a font increase, or font change. Now, we have different types of fonts, where we look at font face, we have font type, we have font size, and then we have font color. Now, these you can see that they are all fonts. If you want the word to change its appearance, we look at both font face and font type. It is sometimes called font face, sometimes called font types. We have font size if you want to increase the size of the word. So you see that the word font is just that. The word you want to increase, the word you want to change its color, fonts. That is that. Now back here, if we type, for example, the word tower, that is the word, and you want to change this word here, you want to make some changes to it, we call it formatting. Now, formatting means change the appearance of a text, which word can now be either big. Just change the appearance of a text is what we call formatting. So before you do any formatting to the word, you must make sure you select that particular word. For example, how do you select? If you are selecting with the mouse, you click where you want to select to highlight or select actually the word from, and then you drag the mouse, for example, what you can see there. Or else I can click here and use a keyboard. When you want to use a keyboard, you press down Shift, and then we have the 4 arrows down here. There is arrow pointing up, arrow pointing down, arrow pointing left and right. So if you are selecting from the word T to R, definitely the arrow we shall use is the one pointing to the right. So we shall press down Shift, you don't release, and then you press that arrow. So the word is already selected. Now, if the word is selected, we are now changing the fonts. You come and click on font face or font type, and you make your own selection here. How do you want? So when I move over them, you see that the word tower is changing. For example, if I chose this one, or Algerian converts the word to uppercase. It's a default, so we may change it to uppercase and you don't see any change. Let's choose one that makes it small. For example, comic.